Hello and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Hill House Model Farm, and in the first video today we will be restoring this Case 225 CVX. This will include taking the concrete off the wheels and removing the super glue from the front window and the door, the shadow, and also in the cab I could do with a new passenger seat and back of the actual seat. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I've had a little go off camera, and what I used was a very slightly wet paintbrush and this end of a model file, but you could use anything like a flathead screwdriver or something like that. So what you want to do first is have a very slightly damp paintbrush just to grab the dust, and then obviously paint away at it. Well, not paint, but brush off all the initial dust. And then once you've got most of the dust off, this isn't a very great example, but you'll get like clumps of set concrete. So it's hard enough to do with one hand, but you just want to scrape away at them until they're loose. And then it's sometimes beneficial, sorry about the noise there, to go over it with a paintbrush and have another stab at it. So scrape away at it there. And just repeat this for the entire of the wheel. I'll cut to you when the wheels are done. Okay, so that's the tires cleaned off. I think I did an alright job. Next we're moving on to getting the super glue off this cab. Now, I had a go at just trying to cut it off with a model knife, but that's not working. And I don't want to sand it because that'll scratch the glass. So the next best thing is to just polish the glass and hope that that'll clear up the most of it, and that we can cover the super glue with maybe some lights on the front and the wing mirrors on the sides. So to polish the glass, we're going to need a paintbrush, a little cup of water, and then just something to wipe up the mess and the excess water. So I'm just using toilet roll, but you could use kitchen roll. So you want to grab a bit of toilet roll, whatever you're using, dip your brush in the water. Not too much now. Bring that forward and just soak the glass. I think some of this is just surface dust, and I might need to give the entire tractor just to go over with this. So I'll pop that back in there, right? It's very hard to do this one-handed, but now I just want to scrub it with a piece of toilet paper. And already that's made a bit of a difference. Not a massive difference, but if you look at this side here compared to that side there, it's made a difference. And with a bit more, I reckon we could get it clean enough. Oh, sorry, I just wobbled there for a bit. Okay, cut to you whenever it's done. Right, okay, so I've polished up the glass as best I can. It's just not going to come out very nice. There's nothing else to it. I can't do anything else. But I actually ended up doing the entire tractor very carefully with that same polishing technique, and it's come out quite nice. I've got the thing looking a bit shinier. And the next stage is parts. Now, I was going to use this here. It's a little seat off an old Manitou telehandler, but it's just too big. Sorry, the shadow's very hard to work with here, but it's too big to use as a passenger seat. So I'm gonna have to make a passenger seat and the back of the actual seat out of Plastrap. I'll show you how to use that later. But I think we'll start by putting the wing mirrors on. So I use two things. we have this here super glue of HLT Miniatures. Totally recommend the website, it's so good and their customer service is good. And the next thing is poly cement. Now I only have a bit, but I'm going to use the actually no, I'll use the super glue because I'm using the poly cement for some other projects I have going on, like this sludge pump. And we have a slurry reeler, like a slurry cart reeler. And yeah, I'll not get into that too much, but there's a whole slurry setup coming. So we'll get into it. I think the best way to do the wing mirrors is, I wish I had a tripod here. I'm gonna have to open this with one hand. Oh, got it. Right, there's the super glue opened. Who knew that would be the biggest challenge? And then what wing wears what? So it is not that one, or it was. Just didn't know the right way around. So it's gonna sit on like that there. So we get the super glue, and we put a little bit of a drop of glue there, just a tiny bit because then it'll set faster. Put the lid back on that. And then which one was it? Yeah, this one here. And I'm multitasking, which is not good. Can't multitask. Let me just press that on. I'm pretty sure most of you know how to use super glue. I know you're not meant to use super glue on glass, but I just figured there was already a layer of super glue on, so it wouldn't matter. I'll cut to whenever this is actually set. Okay, so there's the wing mirrors on, and I'll just glue the other lights on and then get back to you. Okay, so there's the lights, the wing mirror and the beacon on. I think it looks pretty good. It's not the best job in the world, but I think it looks good. So I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please leave down below in the comments what you think, because this is my first video, and also what you would like to see. I do, however, have a diorama in the making, and it will maybe be expanding, maybe, in the future. Okay, thank you for watching.